All right. I hope everyone's having a good week so far. For our practice today, the heart space intention is to honor the space that your practice creates and to allow your practice to create space, right? So I think we live these really fast-paced lives and we're used to constantly having any space available to us filled, right? If we have free time, I think we're really uncomfortable with that space. If we have some time in between things, we feel like we have to use that time to be productive. Otherwise, we're not worthy for some reason because we haven't been as productive as possible. And the thing is, when we automatically just fill up any space that we have, there's not the room left, there's not room available for things to bubble up to the surface that need tending to. And again, this is something that I took away from Vipassana, but this idea that creating space intentionally, cultivating space intentionally, leaving ourselves space intentionally is a necessary part of the healing process. And in order to really turn inward to our hearts and our minds and to see what's really going on beneath the surface level of our day to day and like that little hamster wheel that we often find ourselves on, we have to make space for that to happen. You have to make space for those thoughts and feelings to rise up and for us to lean back a little bit and welcome them in, right? Because oftentimes the moment we feel something begin to rise up within us, there's this reaction to like beeline in the opposite direction, to distract ourselves, to cling to something that feels safe and familiar so we don't have to address whatever it is that's coming to the surface. And I find that the yoga practice is this beautiful practice that creates the space for us to hold space for ourselves, to allow anything to come up and to hold it in a space that's really safe. And so I hope that as we move across our yoga mats today, that if something comes up to the surface, even if it's something that's uncomfortable, you know that your yoga practice and your yoga mat is a safe space where you can explore that, right? You might not necessarily like process and heal that within these 60 minutes today, but at least opening the door for something to step forward that maybe wants your attention, something that needs a little bit of love or holding, and to see how it feels to lean into that space and to lean into holding that thing or acknowledging that thing instead of just trying to fill the space, trying to distract yourself away. So if that means taking an extra breath at times in a posture, perfect. If that means staying in Shavasana for a little bit longer in the beginning of practice and then meeting up with us when you're ready, beautiful. Just make sure that you are listening to whatever your body is requesting, especially in regards to space. Yeah. Let's start in either Shavasana or a comfortable seat. We'll spend a little bit of time with breath just to arrive. And as you settle into whatever shape you'd like to start in, take a moment just to adjust your body to the support of the earth. Maybe close your eyes if that feels safe. And then let all of your attention begin to shift towards your breath. And you can just start with the sensations of the breath, the movement of the breath, to help transition us into the space of our practice, this present moment right here, right now. So tune into the cadence of each breath in and each breath out. At your own rhythm of inhalation and exhalation. Notice where you feel your breath most prominently in your body. Maybe notice how smooth and steady your breath is. Perhaps your breath feels a little bit choppy this morning, a little bit stuck. And just observing your breath without judgment. You notice every detail with every breath in and every breath out. And continue to feel the movement of your breath. Feel the subtle sensations of your breath as it enters and exits right at your nostrils. Maybe starting to deepen your breath, allowing the deepening of your breath to perhaps create some more space between each thought, to create some more space within your mind. We create space in our minds, we invite ourselves for introspection and reflection. We invite ourselves in to tune in, to check in, to see where we're at, to look back and see where we've come from, to see where we're at in the process of moving towards what we desire. So taking just another moment here and check in. Maybe set an individual intention for your practice if there is something that you would like to move and breathe around that is different than the theme of space. Maybe there's a person in your life, right? Someone who could use the energy of your practice today. You send the energy of your class, the energy of each movement to them, right? In dedication and devotion of them and what they need. But whatever intention you'd like to hold in your heart, you'd like to hold in your mind as we move, go ahead and bring that right into the forefront. And as you're ready, take a really big breath in through your nose, fill your lungs all the way to the top. When you're ready, an open mouth exhale to release, let that breath go. We'll take two more like that. So big breath in through your nose. As you're ready, cleansing exhale, let your breath go. And then one more time, deep breath in. And open mouth exhale out. And then let your lips seal, and as you breathe in and out of your nose again, take your time to find your way to a full body stretch on the back of your body. Right? No rush in this, of course. If you want to stay in a breath connection for a little bit longer, feel free to stay exactly as you are. Just watching the movement of your breath. In your full body stretch, spread your fingers, spread your toes, recircle your ankles and your wrists. And slowly bring your knees into your body. And as you pull your thighs in close, you'll have that add a little bit more room to your low back, some length into your lumbar spine. Take a little rock from side to side. And start to interlace your hands on your right shin. Extend your left leg out to when you're moving pose. Let your left leg just get heavy to the earth. As you pull your right thigh in close, take an inhale. And just stay right here as you exhale. And take an extra breath in. And on your breath out, bend your figure four, right ankle on your left thigh. You can decide where your left foot is in space. You can land it to the earth or bring that whole figure four towards your heart. As you flex your right ankle, take a little rock from side to side, maybe searching for a sweet spot as you explore the space on the right side of your body, your right hip. And then keep the figure four, but tip it all the way over to the left side of your yoga mat so that the sole of your right foot lands to the earth. Maybe your left hand reaches down to catch your right ankle. And as you flex your right ankle, again, encourage your right knee forward towards the front of your yoga mat. Feel your right hip crease reach forward. And then maybe reach your right arm up at the diagonal, the back right corner of your yoga mat, and just let your arm rest to the earth. So it's a continuation of that line of energy from your right hip all the way up your right side body to your right fingertips. And from here, you're gonna come back to center, reach your right leg up to the sky, and then interlace your hands behind your right leg for a hamstring stretch for a moment. If you'd like to, you could extend your left leg either to a hover or left leg long on the earth if you want a little bit of a different sensation. Left leg extended will be a little bit more intense through the back of your right leg. And left leg hovering is if you want to start to light up your belly strength a little bit. And keep your right leg to the sky. From here, we're going to take our hands behind our head. Then bend your left knee into an upside down tabletop shape. So left knee's at 90 degrees. Big breath in. On your exhale, you're going to lower your right leg slowly towards a hover. As your right leg lowers, lift your head and shoulders and twist your right elbow to your left thigh. So lower and twist. On your inhale, slow motion, lift your right leg to the sky. Bring your head and shoulders back to center. You can keep them lifted or you can lower. We'll take that 2 more times. So you're going to inhale, right leg lowers. Twist your right elbow to your left thigh. On your exhale, right leg lifts. Bring your head and shoulders back to center. They can be lifted or lowered. And 1 more time. Inhale, lower, twist. Right elbow reaches across. And exhale, lift and untwist. Right leg to the sky. And just let your head and shoulders relax back to the earth. Slowly lower your right leg all the way down to the ground. And then interlace your hands on your left shin and pull your left thigh close. Take an inhale here. And then exhale here. It's giving yourself some space to feel the sensations of this shape. 1 more big breath in. And then figure for your left ankle on your right thigh as you breathe out. Just deciding on the depth of your shape. There may be a little bit of motion. You can rock from side to side. Reach your awareness and your breath towards your left seat. Noticing the space and sensation there. And then keep your figure 4, and when you're ready, go ahead and tip your figure 4 all the way over to the right side so that your left foot lands on the earth, the right hand reaches down to catch your left ankle, and then again your left hand can reach up and back the diagonal, continuing that long line of energy through your left side. Keep your left thigh bone pressing forward. Pull your navel to your spine. Maybe press the outside of your left ankle into your right thigh and pull the back of your left heel, your left foot into the top of your right thigh. So you can use your left ankle against the resistance of your right thigh to add more stretch, more depth, more intensity to the stretch through your left seat. As you start to feel complete here, you're going to start to tip back to center, lengthen your left leg up to the ceiling, hamstring stretch. You can either keep your right foot bridged to the earth. Again, you can reach your right leg forward to a hover if you want to engage your belly a little bit more, or right leg is long on the earth. And pull your left hip crease forward. Imagine you could pull the outside of your left hip forward and towards your inner right thigh. And then just give yourself 1 more breath right here. And keep your left leg lifted to the sky. Bring your right knee in towards like a 90-degree bend, upside down tabletop shape. Now take your hands behind your head. On your inhale, slowly start to lower your left leg. Lift your head and shoulders, twist your left elbow to your right thigh. Heart is going towards the right side of your yoga mat. On your exhale, lift your left leg to the sky, bring your head and shoulders back to center. They can be lifted or lowered. 2 more like that. Inhale, left leg lowers. Twist your left elbow to your right thigh. And as you exhale, left leg lifts, head and shoulders come back to center. One more time, inhale, lower twist. And on your exhale, lift and unwind. This time, just release your knees to your chest, let your head and shoulders drop back. Take a big breath in. Maybe open mouth, exhale to release. And start to find your way up to your tabletop pose, all fours. As you find all fours, take a moment to stack your shoulders over your wrists, and your hips to stack over your knees. Spread your fingers open nice and wide, and with a big breath in, lift your heart and tail, finding one rounded cat-cow. So heart and tailbone rise. As your exhale moves through, go ahead and round your spine to your cat pose, curl. Then inhale to a neutral spine squeeze with your finger pads, tuck your toes, and exhale, hover your knees, hovering tabletop. And give yourself some space in this shape to feel the sensation of your center body light up. As you push through your hands, feel that containment at your center as your front arms zip together. You push through your toes, can you feel your low belly lift towards the ceiling? And then just slightly hug the heels of your hands towards your toes. And feel a slight energetic reach of your sternum forward. Take a really slow breath in. And even slower breath out. And then one more inhale here, push down through your toes. On your exhale, from your low belly strength, pull your pelvis back to downward facing dog. So feel the lift come from your core. As you lengthen out, just give yourself a moment. Maybe paddle through your feet. You might need to adjust the length of your stance. Maybe check in with your neck. Gently move your head up, down, side to side. Then when you're ready, begin to wander forward. Find your way to your forward fold, top of your yoga mat. As you arrive in Uttanasana, soften your knees, let your head and tailbone move in opposite directions. So think about a lift of your tailbone to the sky. Let your head hang heavy to the earth. Move straight a little bit forward and back, finding that sweet spot that folds you deeper this morning. Once you find that sweet spot in your body today, inhale to your halfway lift, lengthen out from crown to tail. And exhale, forward fold, release. A big breath in, rise all the way to stand, Urdhva Bahastasana, reach both hands high to the sky. And on your exhale, soft knees hinge forward right away. And from your forward fold, inhale to a half lift again, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale to your high plank, just plant your hands and mindfully step your feet back. And so every moment we have an opportunity to practice mindfulness. When we're in our yoga practice on our yoga mat, it's a little bit easier to implement that. So that every breath in and every breath out be the reminder that you have this gift of mindfulness, this practice of mindfulness. And as you light up your body here, and you feel that balance between strength and softness, so strong with your thighs, strong with your center, push the earth away. Then smooth and steady your breath. Soften through your face if you can. Trying to relax your jaw as much as possible. Knees up or down, we're going to take an inhale to shift forward. And exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Try to take your elbows straight back. That's like energetic pull of your sternum forward again. So you're long and strong as you lower. As you reach the earth, untuck your toes. Inhale to your low cobra, lift the back of your heart space. On your exhale, lower right back down. Then inhale to a low cobra or a high cobra. Invitation to lift up a little bit taller, listening to your spine. And then exhale to release. Last round here, low cobra, high cobra, or breathe into your upward facing dog. Be lengthen your arms, lift your thighs. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take your time, pull your pelvis up and back. And from your downward facing dog, once you arrive, inhale your right leg to the ceiling, find your three-legged dog. On your exhale, bend your knee and open your hip. Stay here for a breath. Feel the squeeze of your right seat, the connection to your core, the push away from the earth. Then inhale to a three-legged dog. Re-extend your right leg slow. Exhale your right knee towards your left tricep. So right knee goes towards left tricep. Try to square your shoulders so right shoulder pulls back in line with your left. Now keep your upper body and your right knee the same. Just turn your left toes to the left until your left heel lands. So your back foot is like the foot of a warrior two, the back foot of a warrior two. Press on your left foot forward through your heart. Reach your heart forward. Pull your right knee forward. It's going to get spicy through your right side body. From your right side body, your right obliques, three-legged dog. So we pull your right leg to the sky. Big breath in. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Maybe help it there. And then lower your left knee down to the earth. Today we're going to stay square for this lizard lunge. You can stay on your hands. You can walk your hands forward and bend your elbows a little bit, or you can bring your forearms all the way to the ground. It's up to you. Keep your right toes forward and gently press down with your right foot. If you wanted to have the back leg more active, you could lift your left knee off the earth. But keep your heart extended slightly out towards the top of your yoga mat, the front of the room. Your back knee is lifted, go ahead and lower it down. If you're on your forearms or your elbows are bent, stack up to your palms again. And then we're going to keep our right foot wide, but find a wide half split. So start to lengthen your right leg out any amount. Keep a micro bend in your knee, but flex your right toes to the sky. You walk your hands back if you want. As you flex your right toes to the ceiling, gently press your right heel down into the earth. Think about pulling your right heel isometrically to the back of the room. Then cowl through your spine so hip creases go back and up, heart goes forward. And then from here, you'll bend into your right knee. You walk your hands forward, lift your back knee off the earth. Lean into your right foot, really strong step to Malasana squat. So strong step left foot to the outside of your left hand. Adjust your feet as you need and sink down into your squat. So turn your toes slightly out. Right, your feet can go as wide as they need to, maybe about max distance apart, hands to heart. And then lift up like an inch out of your greatest depth so that it's a little more active through the inner thighs and your outer seat. Your outer glutes are working to pull your knees slightly wide. You're really proud of your chest. The four corners of your feet, take a breath in and take a breath out. Now press down with your feet. You're going to inhale to rise to the count of 5. Super slow motion, push down to lift up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice, reach all the way up with your hands on your inhale. Keep your feet wide, but turn your toes forward. Soften your knees and hinge at your hips towards your forward fold as you exhale. All the way down. At the bottom, take a halfway lift, hands towards shins, breathe in. On your exhale, bring your hands to the insides of your feet. Little softness in your knees, lean to your left foot and use your strong core to intentionally step your right foot to the back of your yoga mat. And hands are on the inside of your left foot, come down to your palms. Left knee hugs left tricep, squeeze your knee into your tricep, get strong through right quad. Hold here or half curl option to float your left foot off the earth. Now from your belly strength, three-legged dog, just slowly pull your left leg to the sky, big breath in. At the top, bend your knee and open your hip on your exhale. Take a breath just to be right here. Giving yourself some space to feel the sensations of this shape. On your next inhale, you're going to lengthen your left leg to the sky. And exhale, left knee towards the right tricep, cross underneath. Squeeze through your finger pads, square shoulders, reach your heart forward, and rotate your right heel down to the earth. Push on your right foot forward through your heart. Reach through your sternum, look forward. Pull your left knee forward and across. Now from your left side body strength, your left obliques, three-legged dog, slow motion, pull your left leg to the sky. Think pull more than you push. And then land your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Okay, you're gonna release your right knee to the earth. To reach your heart forward, you can stay high, or you're gonna walk your hands a little bit forward and bend at your elbows. Perhaps you bring your forearms all the way to the earth, depending on the space that you're working with this morning on this side. Straighten your sternum towards the front of the room, pull your heart forward, and gently root down to the four corners of your left foot. You might feel some energy around your inner left thigh. Take one more breath. And you lift up to your palms again. We're gonna find that wide half split. So keep your left foot wide, start to lengthen your left leg towards extension. You can walk your hands back as much as you need. You can come to your fingertips. Flex your left toes up. Try to energize the back of your left leg by a gentle push down with your left heel and pull back of your left sitting bone. As you cow your spine, see how that adds more energy to the stretch as well. And then we're gonna make our way into our lifted lizard lunge. So bend into your left knee. As you wander forward, right knee lifts off the earth. Lean into your left foot, come to right to be toe. Try to pull yourself forward, try not to push off your right foot. Malasana squat, right foot to the outside of your right hand. Sink into your squat, hands to heart. Strong glutes, strong inner thighs. Take a breath in here, really proud. And a breath out here. Now press down through your feet, slow motion, start to rise up to the count of 5. Imagine gravity is extra heavy for 4, 3, good job, 2, and 1. Reach up on your inhale. Toes turn forward, keep your feet wide. Soften your knees and hinge as you exhale to your forward fold. As you fold all the way down, big breath in, lengthen halfway. Hands towards the insides of your feet as you breathe out, soften your knees. And as you lean to your right foot, trying to use as much intention as possible, slowly use your core to step your left foot back. So slow, slow, slow. Left foot takes a big step back. Then bring your palms to the ground. Right knee hugs into right tricep, maybe half crow. And from here, strong belly, 3-legged dog. Lift your right leg to the ceiling on your inhale. And then bend your knee and open your hip just for a moment as you exhale. 3-legged dog, re-extend your right leg. Exhale, right knee, left tricep, cross underneath, shoulders out of ears. Keep your shoulders square, spin your left heel to the earth. Press from your left foot forward with your heart. You can stay here or keep your heart square, but reach your left hand to the front of the room. Make heart square, right knee's pulling up, left hand forward. Land your left hand, 3-legged dog. Breathe your right leg up to the sky. And step your right foot forward in between your thumbs. You can help your foot there. Once you arrive your right foot to the top of your yoga mat, spin your left foot down. So you're just sitting at the feet of a side angle as a warrior 2, same feet. So left heel spins down. Bring your right hand to the outside or the inside of your right foot. As you bend into your right knee, go towards your side angle pose. Reach your left chin to the sky, spin your heart open. I know this is probably pretty deep. It's early in practice, just give it a moment. Super strong legs and belly. Keep your right knee bent. Pull yourself up to warrior 2. Use your strong core to rise. Hands settle into your legs. Take a breath just to be right here, to feel the sensations of this shape, to give yourself some space to be in the experience of your warrior 2. Keep your right knee bent, big breath in, reverse your warrior, right hand reaches to the sky. Then exhale, side angle, tip forward, reach your left hand tall, maybe elbow to thigh this time. We're gonna inhale to reverse again. Option to reach your left hand towards your right knee, so you're framing your torso with your arms. And exhale, maybe extended side angle. Option to reach your right hand towards your left foot, so you're framing your torso with your arms. And from here, reverse your triangle, big breath in. Rise all the way up to tall towards the ceiling. Move through star pose, so all 10 toes at the long edge of your yoga mat, reach both hands high. Then sink into your goddess squat, bring your heels in and sink low. Adjust your feet as much as you need. Draw your front ribs in, so your sternum lift up. On your inhale, you're gonna reach your right hand overhead like a side body stretch. So reach your right hand up and over towards the back of your yoga mat. Pull your left elbow in. And exhale back to goddess squat, back to goddess arms. And second side, reach your left hand up and overhead. Push through your left foot. Pull your right elbow in. Feel your left side body engage. And exhale, goddess squat. From here, just turn your toes forward, wide-legged forward fold, spill towards the earth. Take an inhale to lift up halfway, lengthen through your spine. As you exhale, rotate to your left, so you're in a low lunge facing the back of your yoga mat. Keep your back knee lifted, long and strong through your legs and spine. High crescent lunge, rise all the way up. Nice big breath in. On your exhale, option to dip your right knee to a hover, pull your navel to your spine. So this time we're opening the front of the hip a little bit more deeply. Right, left heel roots down, right ball under the foot is rooted. Take a big breath in. Exhale, airplane lunge. So just hinge forward. You lengthen your right leg, sweep your arms back beside you. Proud through your chest. You can stay here or lean forward and find to your airplane pose. Think about pulling from your left foot instead of pushing from your right leg. In your airplane pose, take a big breath in. And a slow breath out. Really soft step back to your crescent lunge. And give yourself room in that space between shapes to explore the sensations along the way. As you breathe into your high crescent, reach tall. And exhale, prayer twist right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Your back knee can be up or down. As you press your hands together, rotate your heart to your thumbs. Push your left knee slightly wide. And then press your right hip bone slightly wide. And then push down with your feet. Really strong. Back knee can be up or down. High crescent lunge or back knee crescent lunge. Big breath in. On your exhale, bring your hands down to the earth, frame your left foot. Bring your left knee to your nose, pick up your left foot and pause. So left knee to nose, hold for your inhale. And stay for your exhale. Inhale to your high plank pose. This could also be a one-legged plank if you want to float your leg. Then as you breathe out, Vinyasa or down dog, shift forward to float. Or just go directly to your downward facing dog instead. As you find down dog, take a really generous inhale through your nose. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. Then breathe in, lift your left leg to the sky. As you breathe out, bend your knee and open your hip just for a moment. Inhale, three-legged dog, extend. Exhale, left knee towards right tricep, cross underneath. As you rotate your right heel down to the earth, the shoulders are square, pull your heart forward, way far forward, look forward. Maybe reach your right hand forward. You want keeping your heart square to the ground, pull your left knee up into your chest. And from here, three-legged dog, right hand releases, your left side body pulls your left leg to the ceiling. Place your left foot forward between your hands as lightly as you can, maybe help it there. Then set up your feet, just your feet for your side angle pose. Yeah. Once you have your strong roots, left hand on the inside or outside of left foot. Deep side angle pose, open your heart. If for your body this is too deep too soon for this side, you can always take elbow to the thigh as well. As you lunge into your strong legs, push through your feet, use your core, warrior two, rise up slow. And settle in and take a breath. So we give ourselves a little more space in the shapes. We have some room to actually feel into the sensations, into the experience, into the moment, to feel what our body is communicating to us within our warrior two. On your next inhale, when you're ready, reverse your warrior. Left hand sweeps up to the sky. Lovely. Exhale, side angle, tip forward, reach your right hand up tall. As you elongate your breath, reverse your warrior again. Maybe you frame your body so as your left hand reaches overhead, reach your right hand forward towards your left knee. And as you breathe out, extended side angle, maybe your left hand reaches towards your right foot, framing your body. Spin your heart open, square that long edge of your yoga mat. Reverse your triangle, pull all the way up. And then find your star pose and your goddess pose. Elbows go wide as your heels come in and sink low. And take a moment just to be right here. And we're going to take that same kind of like framing of our body that we did in a moment ago, that you might have done a moment ago, in this goddess spot. So on your inhale, reach your left hand overhead, reach your right hand towards your left knee. So you're framing your torso, stretch, stretch, stretch. And then exhale, goddess squat. Elbows go back towards cactus. Second side, inhale, reach your right hand overhead, reach your left fingertips to your right knee. Heart is open to the sky, reach, reach, reach. And exhale, goddess squat. From here, just tip it forward, wide-legged forward fold. Give yourself a little pause. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. And inhale, so your halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. And exhale, turn to the right, all 10 toes to the top of your yoga mat. Once your feet are set up square, hips are square, strong legs, high crescent, we rise all the way up. Breathe in to step tall. With your exhale, option to sink your left knee to a hover. Take an inhale here, front ribs pull in. And on your exhale, start with your airplane lunge. So press on your left toes forward with your heart. Sweep your wings back beside you. Stay here or start to shift forward to airplane pose. Again, right leg is the power to pull you forward. Your left toes might have to drag along the way, but push through your right foot to fly. Now we take all the momentum away. So moving through our muscular energy. Find a slow breath in. And a slow breath out. As you soften your front knee, crescent lunge, land as lightly as you can. Left toes are right at the back of your yoga mat. Breathe in to reach up. And we'll prayer twist, left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. So then give yourself the option, back knee can be up or down. And then from here, think about widening your knees slightly, just so that they're in line with your ankles and not dumped towards the center line. And then spiral your left ribs towards your right thigh, your sternum to your thumbs. Lean your right shoulder back in space. Try to lengthen the crown of your head forward away from your tailbone. To get strong with your feet, you can decide back knee up or down. Inhale to your high crescent lunge. I know that's a really big push. And then exhale your hands down to the earth, frame your right foot. Push through your hands, bring your right knee to your nose. Pick up your right foot. Shoulders up, ears hold for inhale. Stay in the space as you exhale. Stay in the sensation. High plank or one-legged plank. Take a big breath in. Vinyasa or down dog. Slow as you exhale out. Meet in child's pose when you're ready. So your knees arrive down to the earth for a couple of breaths. Hips stretch back to your heels. Take at least 3 cycles of breath just to breathe, just to be right here in the moment. And from your child's pose, you just have like a little mini thing that we're going to explore before we're on the earth. Please shift forward to a tabletop for a second. And start with your inhale to your cow pose. Open your heart. Exhale to your cat pose. Round your spine. Find neutral as you're ready. Tuck your toes, and then hover your knees off the earth, hovering tabletop, just a breath this time. Inhale here. And then from your low belly strength, exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in to lift your heels up high. On your exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and step or hop to the top, forward fold. And once you get to the top, take a little halfway lift, lengthen. On your exhale, chair pose, sink low through your seat, lift through your heart and your hands, big breath in. Well, on your exhale, airplane your arms beside you. Lean your weight over to your left, but come to right tippy toe. Strong through your belly, you can keep your right tippy toes on the earth here, or flamingo your right heel to your seat. We're gonna rise up to stand with our right leg, one-legged Tadasana, slow and strong, take a big breath in. And on your exhale, tap your left elbow to your right thigh, right hand to the sky, just cross left elbow to right thigh. Then inhale, reach both hands to the sky again. On your exhale, step to your chair pose, airplane your arms beside you. And then keep your chair pose, but bring your hands to your heart with your inhale. Prayer twist your heart to the left. You're gonna rotate your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Okay, look down towards the earth. See that your right knee is square with your left. Keep your gaze on the earth as you get strong through your belly. Seat is low, heart is proud. You're gonna lean to your left foot again and come to your right tippy toe again. Good. Get really strong through your left foot. Push down to four corners of the left foot. You can keep your right tippy toes on the earth like you did before, or you can flamingo your right heel to your seat like before. You'll lengthen out through your spine. Slow motion, slide or step your right foot to the back of your yoga mat. Maybe there's some hang time through an airplane leg, and then your right toes arrive to the earth. Then back knee up or down, inhale to your high crescent lunge, big push, reach your hands to the sky. And on your exhale, bring your hands down to the earth, frame your left foot, and lengthen out your left leg to a cat lunge, hamstring stretch. Keep your legs long. Maybe lift your right heel up a little bit. Tighten your right fingertips to the earth, and then twist your left hand to the sky. This revolved pyramid shape. You can always bend into your left knee a little bit or a lot. Think about the pull up and back of your right hip, the pull down and back through your left hip. And from here, bend into your left knee, bring your left hand to the earth. Step forward to a forward fold, right foot meets your left. With soft knees, inhale to a halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. On your exhale, forward fold, dive down. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chair pose, sink down through your seat, lift through your heart and your hands. And on your exhale, we're going to airplane your arms beside you. Tip over to your right foot, come to left tippy toe, or a strong belly, flamingo your left heel to your seat. Proud through your chest. Press through your right foot, rise up to stand with your left leg. Big breath in as you reach high. On your breath out, left hand stays tall, just twist your right elbow towards your left thigh for a little curl, crunch, tap. And inhale, both hands to the ceiling. Exhale, chair pose, airplane arms, step into your seat again, sweep your arms back. With your in-breath, bring your hands to your heart center. And exhale, we're going to twist our heart to the right, left elbow towards the outside of your right thigh. Both your seat, proud through your chest. Again, maybe take your gaze to the earth and square your left knee back with your right. So engage your belly, lean to your right foot, come to left tippy toe. Really push down with your right foot for your strong right seat. You can keep your left toes on the earth or flamingo your left toe to your seat. Super slow motion, we're going to step our left toes to the back of the yoga mat. So maybe you find a little hang time, just lengthen your left leg back like an airplane leg. Maybe you slide your left toes back across the earth, either is fine. Your left toes will eventually find the back of your yoga mat. And strong with your legs, push down, rise to your high crescent lunge, big breath in. Awesome, and then exhale your hands down to the earth. Lengthen through both your legs, finding your cat lunge to start, let your head hang heavy maybe. Stay long through your legs, A little half lift to your spine. I like to lift my left hip up a little bit higher here, but see what feels right for you. Tighten your left fingertips and twist your right hand towards the sky any amount. You can also take your right hand to your sacrum to feel where your pelvis is in space. Think long protracted tail. Left ribs rotate towards the right. Give yourself one more big breath in. And exhale, bend your right knee, release your right hand to the earth. Step forward to your forward fold, left foot meets your right. You soften your knees, inhale to one halfway lift, extend. And exhale, bend your knees and have a seat all the way down. Okay, we're gonna take one seated stretch before we lower to the back body. You can grab a sip of water if you want. That's a nice opportunity to grab a little sip. And then I'm gonna rotate just to you, so I'm facing you, but you can stay facing forward. Send your right leg out for Shavasana and bring the sole of your left foot towards your inner thigh. Yeah. You might untuck the booty a little bit, so adjusting the seat so that you can find the forward tip of your pelvis. Flex your right leg to this, or your right toes to the sky, and reach your hands up to the sky as well. Big breath in. Turn your heart towards your extended leg and then dive down any amount on your exhale. Hands can go to the earth or your foot. Try to let your shoulders slide away from your ears though, so that might mean that your hands don't reach all the way to your foot. And then as you energize your heart towards your left toes, think about untucking your tailbone. Let your left thigh bone pull back in space. I like to sometimes use my hands on the earth as leverage. You can either push your hands down and forward away from your body to help anchor your right sitting bone to the yoga mat. You can pull your hands towards you to help pull your heart energetically to your left toes. You might also use your hands to kind of guide your left ribs towards your right pinky toe. And then take another breath here. Maybe let your head hang heavy. You can stay here, or if you want to, maybe bring your right hand on the inside of your right foot and start to spiral open to the side bend. Some people like to rise up and take right hand to left thigh for the side bend. It's pretty deep, but if you want to go there, you can go there. Right hand to left thigh, left hand to right foot. Wherever you are, take one more breath. And then use your hands to help you up and out. Take your time. Core supports you. Really slowly rise so your low back doesn't try to pull you up. And that center, bring your feet into windshield wiper position and slowly knock your knees from side to side. I was trying to say knock and TikTok all at the same time. TikTok your knees from side to side. Knock your knees from side to side. And then we'll go second side here. So make sure left leg long, bring your right foot in, adjust your seat. As you flex your left toes tall, breathe in, reach your hands at the sky. Breath out will rotate your heart to your long leg, hinge forward any amount. And sometimes taking your hands not to your foot, but to the earth can give you a little more control over this sensation and stretch. So I think sometimes we get stuck on this idea that we have to reach our foot and that's the goal. Let your hands be wherever and think about the extension of your spine. I always like to think about cow spine. So as my heart reaches forward, I'm untucking my tailbone. My hip creases pull back. In this case, my left thigh bone plugs in. Maybe my hands are pushing or pulling through the earth. Maybe my hands are helping to guide my right ribs towards my left pinky toe. Maybe your head wants to hang towards your shin bone. Take one more breath in this variation. And then like before, you can stay here. Maybe your left hand comes on the inside of your left shin bone, and you find the side bend opening through your heart. right hand reaches overhead. You also have the option to rise up more. Take your left hand to your right thigh and then reach your left hand up and over, maybe towards your right or left toes. It's kind of like that same framing of the body that we did in our side angles, our reverse warriors, and our goddess. Whatever variation of shape you're in, just take one more really generous breath. So think your fullest, most expansive inhale. Be really patient as you wait for that entire exhale to empty out. When you are ready to release, please take your time. Make sure you use your hands and core to support you so your low back's not trying to pull you up and out. Go really, really slow. And then facing the top of your yoga mat, just send both legs long in front of you. Make sure that you have some room to lean back into. On your inhale, reach your hands to the sky. On your exhale, hinge forward to your forward fold to start, so Paschimottanasana. Just take one breath here, any amount of softness to your knees. And one breath out. And then keep your legs long. Inhale, lift your heart and hands to the sky as you flex your feet. You're gonna exhale, slowly roll all the way to the back of your body. Take your time to find your way into a full body stretch, using your core to control your descent to the earth. If you find your full body stretch, you'll take a breath in. With exhale, just bring your knees into your body, breath out. You can either just keep your knees to your chest, or you can take a version of happy baby if you prefer that. Think heavy hips, heavy shoulders, heavy head. We breathe in. And then on your exhale, we're going to move into a gentle twist. So stack your knees over to the left side of your body and maybe take your gaze over to the right. And then as slowly and gently as you can, bring one knee at a time through center. And that will eventually tip you over to second side. Both knees will find their way over to the right. Maybe take your gaze over to the left. Let your breath reach along your left side body for 3 full rounds. After a couple of rounds here, when you start to feel called to come back to center, bring your knees back to the midline. Take a moment. You can add in any final shapes or movements at this point. Otherwise, you might just curl your nose up to your knees. Take a big breath in, and whenever you're ready, you can lengthen out to your Shavasana, your final relaxation. But make sure that you add in any last shapes or movements that your body is craving to feel complete in your practice, like an inversion or hip opening or heart opening. You can either rest in traditional Shavasana, but if you feel called to move to a belly down Shavasana, child's pose, or seated meditation, maybe legs up the wall, you can choose whatever shape you want to move into for final relaxation. Allow yourself to get really comfortable, really cozy. Let your eyes drop closed. And as you sink into your final shape, into your Shavasana, allowing yourself to settle into the spaciousness in these last few minutes of your practice. Be trying your best to allow the space to be. So that anything that needs tending to can again rise up into that space, make itself known. So if you start to notice thoughts and distractions, right, starting to cave, like creates a little cave, it's getting smaller and smaller in your awareness, blocking out all that space, all the light, all the room. Then you might take a big breath in and just let the exhale push those thoughts and those distractions back out a little bit wider, back to the edges of your awareness, creating that space again within your mind for introspection and reflection. We sometimes think about those distracting thoughts or the kind of habitual thought patterns that are made just to keep our mind busy and our brain uses to stay comfortable and full. I think about those as like tunnel vision, or kind of like that cave I was just describing. It's like this really small cave. It gets tighter and tighter and tighter, but you can create this space again once you realize that those thoughts are enclosing on you. You're trying to preserve the spaciousness of these last few minutes. Spaciousness that your practice helped to create within body and mind. And then when we're ready to close class, I'll guide you out. So just allow yourself to sink in. Notice the inner landscape of your mind. Maybe noticing again if you've gotten kind of tunnel vision as thoughts have crept in. Maybe using your breath, a slow, strong inhale. Use your exhale to help press those thoughts and those distractions to the outskirts of your awareness, recreating that spaciousness in your mind. And then as you're ready, you can either stay on the earth in Shavasana. You can bring some movement into your fingers, toes, hands, and feet and start to reawaken your body. You can bring your hands to your heart and close your class from the earth, or you can rise up if you'd like to close your practice from a comfortable seat, finding a tall spine, and then your hands at your heart. Wherever you choose to close your class, let your eyes be closed and your awareness turn towards your heart. Recognizing this time that you took out of your day to move with mindfulness and attention, to connect to the deepest layers of you, in honor of your practice and in honor of the ancient roots of this practice. You take a big breath in together through the nose. Then open mouth exhale to release, let it go. May yoga offer us a path to compassion. And may our practices serve as our teachers, leading us to live more authentically, to love more deeply each and every day. I thank you so much for showing up to your mat, sharing your energy, and namaste.